heavy sentence, my most sovereign liege, and all unlooked for from your highness' mouth. A dearer merit, not so deep a maim, as to be cast forth in the common street, have I deserved at your highness' hands. The language I have learned these 30 years, my native English, now I must forego. And now my tongue's use is to me no more than an unstringed viol or a harp, or like a cunning instrument cased up, or being open put into his hand that knows no touch to tune the harmony. Within my mouth you have enjailed my tongue, doubly portcullised with my teeth and lips, and dull, unfeeling, barren ignorance is made my jailer to attend on me. I am too old to fawn upon a nurse, too far in years to be a pupil now. What is thy sentence then, but speechless death, which robs my tongue from breathing native breath? Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all, and another storm brewing. I hear it sing i' the wind. Oh, yon black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that would shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall by pailfuls. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish? It smells like a fish. An ancient and fish-like smell. Kind of not of the newest. Poor John. Were I in England now, as I once was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there, but would give a piece of silver, there would this monster make a man, and any strange beast there makes a man. When they will not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar, they will lay out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like a man, and his fins like arms, warm. Oh, my troth, I do now let loose my opinion, hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm is come again. Oh, my best way is to creep under his gabardine. Oh, there is no other shelter hereabout. Oh, misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. Oh, I will here shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
Steve. She wears a blouse like that to see the extent to which you're able to keep yourself from looking at him. Well, the point remains, the more you look at them, the less likely it'll be that you'll enjoy them someday. Be the cowboy, Steve. The cowboy doesn't look at him. The cowboy doesn't have to. You're supposed to be the cowboy. What are we? Are we men? Do men even really need to exist anymore? I mean, if they don't need our penises to have a baby anymore, if you don't need to differentiate one gender from another, then why have two separate genders at all? Why don't we all just be one gender? Why don't we all wear exactly the same clothing? Or better yet, why wear clothing at all, as wearing it is in its own way discriminatory against those who don't wish to so publicly declare their own gender? You want to be alive again, brother? You want to break the chains? don't look at him. I am from Boulder, Colorado, and Boulder is a hippie town full of hippies that do very hippie-like things. One of the first things that I was sort of drawn to about some of the things they were doing is circus arts. And I remember coming home to my father at a young age and demanding that he teach me how to juggle. And so he taught me, and I immediately fell in love with it. And I started training every single day whenever I had a spare moment. And I quickly surpassed my father's skill level, and I've been juggling for 10 and a half years now. I've graduated to knives and fire and all kinds of scary weaponry. And the reason I love it is because it gives me a sense of peace, and it's sort of just like it pauses time in a way, and it's sort of the same way I feel when I'm on stage. And if I can give that feeling to an audience member, then I think that's a really noble calling and a noble cause. I'm also really passionate about language. I'm fluent in French. I speak Spanish. I'm conversational in Turkish. I studied ancient Latin for 3 years. But one of my favorite things to do is to sort of turn something that isn't a language into one. And one of the examples that I have is beatboxing, because people think that it's just vocal percussion. But, you walk up to someone anywhere in the world who you don't speak their language and you beatbox, and all of a sudden you can have an entire conversation that you couldn't before. And so I think that's a really, really fun thing to do. So that's me.